Alright, let's get this going. I pretty much have everything already set up. Just gotta switch over the screens and everything. Get the game going. Let me unmute as I... It's very kind of sad and somber music in the title screen. So I didn't want to be playing to while I had it sitting in the back there. It's all load. Once this finishes loading in the game, then we shall switch over to it. There we go. Alright, so as those of you may recall, the last time we took down the Benevodon of Water, we have Moon, Wood, and... I'm trying to think. Fire's not up. We already did Earth. Along with Light and Dark. So we have the Benevodon of Wood, and Fire's not active right now, so we have the Benevodon of Wood, Moon, and one of the other regular elements to do. Alright, let's switch this over now. Well, I do not like how much this game lags when streaming. It causes some unnecessary black screens. So I'm probably not going to do the Benevodon of Wood or the Moon just yet, as those are probably going to be two of the harder ones. And like I said, Fire's inactive right now, and we already did Earth as the very first one in the story before you get to this point. And Fire's not active, so let's see, Earth, Water, Fire. Oh yeah, we'll probably do Wind first here. And then I'll decide which of the other two to do. Alright, thank you, Olam. That's much appreciated.
What would we do without you?
So yep, at this point, we've also, right over here... Oop, nope, not the bay. Need to get around this marker here. Right over here, as you can see, is the Sanctuary of Mana and the Tree of Mana, along with the Milos Woods, which is how you get there. So we've finished going there to find the tree, and upon going there, we actually found out what's happened and why we have this journey of the alms every 4 years. So, after that, the Benevodons attacked the barrier around the sanctuary. Our last stream, we went to Illistana and took out the Benevodon of Water. We still have the Benevodon of Wood at Verdisboro there. Over there, we have the Benevodon of the Moon. Over here, which is where we're going to be going and taking the next one on, we have the Benevodon of Wind. and those are the 4, including the one we already did. And what we found out was that for some reason, the Benevodon of Fire isn't active right now with all of the others, so there's something going on there that might come into play later.
You're headed toward Lolrin, I see. Be careful. I can sense Besseroth's presence near the Veil of Wind.
Not quite the homecoming I pictured. I mean, I didn't picture coming home at all. Is everyone okay?
No matter what, you should be proud of what you've accomplished, Karina. Isn't that right, Grandpa?
Alright, sorry, Mom stepped in, had to mute the mic for a second.
What's up with this wind?
What? Veil of Wind? More like Veil of Hurricanes. You live like this, Karina?
Are you kidding? No one lives like this. Nevedon is behind this gale. I bet Lucre on it.
Speaking of which, where is it?
Fairy! Hey, Fairy!
Nothing. Nary a peep from Fairy. She may have been blown off course before she arrived.
Well, we should probably check with the chief anyway. Out of everyone in town, he's most likely to have an idea of what's going on in the bay.
The chief is sure to know what's going on in Longcrow.
Alright. Well, now done talking Olam, I'd like to thank you for being a consistent viewer and showing up as much as you do. It is much appreciated to know I already have at least 1 or 2 people that are willing to show up a lot and enjoy watching. So thank you.
What is the meaning of this, Karina?
Hello to you too.
Why would the alms and soul god return here to the Vale? You should be en route to the Mana Tree. The wind howls unabated. Is this not because you have failed to do your part and complete your duty as the alms?
No, you got it all wrong. The storm is because of the Nevedon of Wind. That's why we left the sanctuary in the first place, to defeat those monsters.
All this time, I assumed this was just the manifestation of the prophecy of disaster.
Tell us where Besseroth is, please.
The Wind Sanctum. You must not venture there again, Karina. Shiryu has already tried. We have not heard from him since. I will not lose more people to that terrible place.
Shiryu disappeared? Why didn't you go after him?
The path into the Wind Sanctum has been blocked by a large boulder. We have tried everything to make it budge, but it's no use. There is nothing more you can do. I suggest you return to the Mana Tree and fulfill your duty.
I told you, defeating the Benevodons is part of our duty now. We're here to save the Veil, you stubborn dummy. What's not clicking?
Karina, it would be unwise to anger the Benevodon further.
Well, now that I know where the Benevodon is, we're finished here. I've got nothing more to say to you, Chief. Time to hit the road, everybody. Let's go save Shiryu from whatever trouble he's in at the Sanctum.
Karina and the chief are at each other's throats as usual. She wanted to check out the Wind Sanctum. I should catch up with her.
I really wish this game would not just cut off dialogue when you do something and not replay it. That is a bad game decision. Panicking Cashew. Oh, hey there, how are you? Why the long face, you ask? Well, how should I put this? Do you remember that letter I asked you to find for me? I still haven't given it to her yet. I know, don't give me that look. Every day I tell myself tomorrow's the day and I'll go give it to her tomorrow. But every time I reach the outskirts of town, I get cold feet. I just can't take that final step, you know? Listen, I hate to ask you for another favor, but do you think you can go hand over the letter for me? Oh, ye of little faith. This would be much better, and it would also be taken at a much higher level, handed to her directly by you. Her name's Chica, and she lives in Rada Harbor. I'd go on my own one if I could, but I just don't have it in me. Could you do it for me, please? Sure, but I guarantee you she's not going to look at it the same as if you were the one to hand it to her. Seamstress Miyabi. Here in Longren we have an ancient legend about a monster called Grave Picus, also known as Death's Portent. Oop, little streaming lag there. The rhyme goes like this: from this pointed beak does Death's Portent sing. Touch not its plumes, for demise they will bring. Grave Picus is believed to roost somewhere in airy passage. No one's actually ever seen the creature, mind you. Perhaps you like to be the ones who do. Let's look at our map here. We'll see if there's any other side quests sitting out around here. Yep, one more. So we'll head up here, take this. I'm gonna see if there's anything new I can grab from this dub there. So I will show you, because I don't know if you've noticed this yet, Olam, but on our way up to the mana tree in the sanctuary, we found a goddess scale, and now at every dub bear shop we can actually buy 2 of them. And what the goddess scales do is they allow you to reset all of your points in your elemental paths in this game and redistribute them however you want. So if you put like points into classes with weapons that you'll never use for someone, you can take those and put them elsewhere into ones that are more that you will use for them. Okay, so I'm a meat lover, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. In fact, meat is pretty much all I eat, and the more fat the better. So this is Taylor Yatsuba. But when I went for my last check, the doctor didn't seem too impressed. She said I was seriously damaging my health. But instead of swapping meat for vegetables entirely and making myself sick, I've had a better idea. Just eat healthier meat. I've learned from a book that breast meat is the best meat, so that's what I've decided to eat from now on. Apparently, pricklebeak meat is not only the leanest you can find, but also pretty delicious too. If you happen upon a pricklebeak during your travels, make sure you remember my face and bring me some of its meat. Got it? So I wonder if the Pricus is another variant, is a nemesis version of the pricklebeak there. It's kind of what it seems like. Gear isn't going to be any different from when we came through here at the start.
We're having a special.
Oh, wait a minute. We do have some better gear here. Okay. Well, then hang on.
Is this to your liking? Thanks. Is this to your liking? Thanks. Is this to your liking? Thanks.
I'll replace the armor first, and then we'll go check weapons.
Welcome! All our goods are high quality. Your highest thanks are fine.
Alright, let me see who I'm actually using before I buy anything else. Oop, that's the wrong menu. Alright, so we have... Oh yeah, we are using Val, but we're using the Great Sword. And I got Karina and Palomina.
Welcome!
sell the armors I'm not using to make some money back.
All our goods are high quality. Your eye banks are fine.
Alright, that's what I need because that's what he's using. As much as I love your fan outfits and your martial outfits for fists,
Your eye banks are fine.
I'm pretty sure we have you on a spear class right now.
Your eye banks are fine.
And then we'll use
Come
those.
again soon.
Hey, thank you for joining us, Adu. Sorry if I butcher your name any. Welcome to the stream. We are continuing some more Visions of Mana right now. We are taking on the 4 Benevodons that are active at the moment in any order the game lets you. As it's up to you to order. Our last stream we took out Water. We are now tackling the Benevodon of Wind, Besseroth. Thank you. Feel free to tweet out the stream, tell your friends, invite anyone you want. Stick around. We'll be going for a bit. And I'm probably going to try to at least take on 2 of these bosses. I was just realizing I had weapons and armor I could buy that were an upgrade, so that's what I was doing. Oh yeah, so also, this is the pre-order outfit that I have Val in. And when we got to the Tree of Mana, we found out that Val's ancestor, one of the original guardians, and at that time, they were the guardians of the goddess of Mana, not just the alms. This was his outfit, so that was the pre-order outfit they gave you, was the outfit from the original guardian, and I actually like it quite a bit on him. Alright, so at the moment, I think we're pretty well done with any prep here. Let me just check my items, make sure I have a decent stock. Alright. There you go. If I set that to the ring menu, it'll be usable.
Look at the size of that boulder. No wonder no one has been able to get into the Wind Sanctum.
Besseroth's doing, to be sure. I believe it's meant to be a warning.
Oh, there you are, Fairy.
Flying in this weather has been difficult. Anyway, what are you going to do about the boulder?
I don't see what the big deal is. Flamey can take us over it in no time. Isn't that right? Don't worry. You've got this, Remco. Now transform.
Ramco is not too sure, it seems.
Remco, what's wrong? Are you sick? Does your tummy hurt? Are you scared of turning into Flammy?
Aww. Poor Ramco.
What? You mean you don't want to go back to the Wind Sanctum?
Wait a minute. Isn't that where Ramco used to live?
Long time ago, yeah. I went to the Sanctum once when I was training as an oracle. I tried to protect Ramco from a sudden violent gust of wind, but I got hurt. That's how I lost one of my wings, actually. Ramco never showed any interest in returning home after she brought me back to Longren. Maybe she wanted to forget all about the incident. But the longer we wait, the more I worry about Shiryu.
Wounds of the body heal faster than wounds of the heart. We should look for another way in.
Yeah. Best not to push her too much. In that case, do we attempt to ascend?
Something tells me the people of the Vale would rather we got rid of the rock.
But they mentioned they've been unsuccessful so far.
I've got it. We gather the whole village together and push. Huh?
Oh,
It's a
Jubal.
big town,
Jule.
bigger than Verdi's at least. And we can help too. I think we have a shot is all.
Everyone might have given up on moving this thing before they even got started. No one knew that it was a benevolence doing, after all. It's worth a shot.
What's up, Olam?
I'll go back to the Vale and talk to the villagers and see if anybody will lend us a hand.
When I first met you, nothing could make you lift a finger for the Vale.
True, but surely you noticed that I've since matured into a lovely, responsible alm. Y'all wait here.
Don't cause any trouble on the way.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Morley. I'll be back before you can say Sylphid. You stay here too, Ramco. I'll make the people of the Vale see reason somehow, so don't you worry. I'll visit the chief, and I should talk to Mom and Dad. I guess I better get the other oracles on my side too. The rest of the Vale is sure to join us then. Okay, Karina. Just explain the plan, and they'll see reason.
Let's talk to our party members first. How big is that rock, do you think? The Benevolent's got to be pretty huge and really reckless to be throwing something like this around. You're quick to lose your temper sometimes, but I know you can get things done when you put your mind to it. Trust in that. Ramco was the one who brought you back to Longren after you got hurt, right? Seems like you've been thick as thieves since then. Oh, there's Palomina.
Perfect.
You always follow through when you feel fervently about something. The Val will come around to your convictions. Okay, yeah, so... Oh, I definitely am actually going to want Morley in there. Or make someone else Earth. Let me see something here. Okay, so you for Earth is a fighter. Earth is one of your 2 sword classes. Earth is daggers for you. For your Earth, it's one of the Mace or Morningstar classes, but we haven't actually switched you over to it yet. I will be right back, guys. Just gotta use the bathroom really quick. Gotcha. Yeah, I really love the Mana series, and these games only get more detailed and story oriented from this point on, and I'm really hoping that they remaster all of them, because like at a certain point here, either this game or the one after it, they became like Game Boy Advance games and whatnot, but they were never released in the States. So this and Trials, the remakes, are the first time we had an official release of these 2 games. And Adenola, if you're still there, if you're looking for an artist, I can give you my artist's name afterwards if you're willing to stick around. As they are looking for more people, and I have no problem referring someone else to them. So just let me know. Alright, let's get back here. Alright, also to show you Olam, we have like a huge list of side quests to do still. I've done a number of them, but we have more of them to do. And as you saw, we just picked up 3 more side quests in this town. So in like every starting town on the island here, there's more quests. More quests to do from each area now. And I've done some of them off screen. Like when I play this game off stream right now, all I do is like I do the lesser elemental Ares and the side quests. That way I'm not doing any story. But we still have so much to do for those because there's so many of them.
Hey, Dad, Mom.
Karina! How are you, honey? How's Ramco?
That's the spirit. You're shaping up to be quite Alm-like. You know, reliable, confident.
Now that you mention it, what's the Elm of Wind doing here instead of the Mana Tree?
Don't tell me you've abandoned your sacred duty, Karina.
No, no, no. I'm still on the pilgrimage, believe you me. We're just taking care of other urgent business at the moment.
Like what, young lady?
Like defeating the Benevodon rampaging in the Wind Sanctum? That's why I'm here. I need help with the boulder blocking the way.
That does sound urgent, but what can we do? Nothing, that's what.
That boulder isn't going anywhere. And even if we could move it, what then? You run off into the jaws of danger to fight a Benevodon?
Honey, you could get hurt. You were appointed the Alm. You can't be so reckless anymore.
Fantastic. You still have no faith in me. You think I'd lose against the Benevodon? Or that I'd run away from my duty?
See what you did? You accused her of running away.
What was I supposed to think? Alms don't just visit home after they leave on the pilgrimage.
I know, but if you weren't trying to shift the blame, then...
Wow.
Stop fighting!
Wow, her parents are fighting right in front of her.
You with each other and lose your temper and scold me.
Our tempers? Look who's talking, Missy. Everything that comes out of your mouth is either a whine or a complaint.
Oh, don't start, you two.
You know what? Fine, forget I even asked. If you're not gonna help me, then I'm not gonna waste my breath begging.
Karina!
Oh no.
The one thing her parents don't realize is at this point, we've already taken down 4 Benevodons.
Get into arguments in this household.
And the 4 elemental Benevodons are the easier ones. We took down 2 of the harder ones
Those two, they'll bicker
in the
forever.
story before this point.
Better move on to someone else for now.
Because we took down the Benevodon of Darkness and the Benevodon of Light. And then the Benevodon of Earth is the first one the game makes you fight. And then I chose to do Wind or Water before this one. So I can kind of see how she got fed up with her parents there. That was very counterintuitive to being supportive. That was almost like a wow moment for me with how that went.
Hey, it's been a while.
Karina!
How's the wind dying going? Remember, you've only got 4 years to master it before the fairies do.
Give us a break. We're trying, but we can't exactly practice with all these gale winds raging through the veil.
No, you're right. I'm sorry for teasing you.
So, you're back in Longring. What about finishing the pilgrimage?
About that, I have a request. The path into the Wind Sanctum is blocked, and I mean to do something about it.
There's no way! People already tried to do something about the boulder and nothing worked. That rock just does not want to give way.
That's why we have to get everyone to help at the same time. Once we move it, I can enter the sanctum and defeat the Benevodon.
You want to go into the Wind Sanctum again? But Karina, you might get hurt. And then what'll we do?
That's all anyone ever says to me. Do you want this windstorm to last forever? You'll never be able to do the dying again.
Oh, so now you're worried about the wind up. You couldn't care less before you started your journey. We asked you to help summon the fairy and you refused. She only came once you finally relented. Thank the spirits. And here you are, asking for favors from the very people you left out to dry. You want the boulder gone? Do it yourself.
Excuses, excuses. When did you get so hard-headed, Naki? You know what? I think I will go move that rock. And once I do, that'll teach you to doubt me.
I'm starting to think her stubbornness burnt too many bridges to get her the help she was looking for.
Okay, that was definitely my fault. Before I was named the sure you and Ramco were the only ones who had my back. Of course I didn't feel like helping the rest of the Vale. But it's too late to apologize for that now. I could explain myself until I'm blue in the face, and it won't change what I did. Come on, Karina. Great. I'm realizing just how awful I was to everyone when I left. Oh.
Yeah, this is kind of biting you in the butt here, Karina.
What is it? Were you not finished with all you had to say to me?
I'm back because there's one more thing to say. We took a look at the boulder, and we think we have a plan. But we need the whole village to work with us to move it.
Karina, I realize you were trying to help, but what do you think a few additional hands will accomplish? Besides, Azeroth placed that rock there for a reason, and far be it from us to anger the Benevodon by ruining its inscrutable plans.
But that's...
Know that it is my responsibility to keep the people safe. I cannot ask them to court danger by helping you defy a Benevodon.
How exactly do you think this is gonna end up for you, huh? You think everyone is safer keeping their heads down and pretend like that monster doesn't exist?
According to legend, dragonfolk once soared through the air until the Benevodon of Wind took away our flight. Wings useless, our tribe was forced to live upon the ground. Whether this is fact or fiction, we dare not bring Besseroth's anger down upon us again.
That's an old fairy tale that I know you heard from Shiryu. And speaking of Shiryu, you can't even be bothered to go looking for him in the Wind Sanctum.
I cannot allow you to come to harm, even for the sake of another of our tribe. Alms are too precious to send on a fool's errand.
So you're sacrificing Shiryu because you're scared. The same reason you're just letting the Vale get pummeled like this.
We can but trust in the winds of fate to spare us, Karina.
Ugh, you're a terrible chief if you're willing to put people in danger just to keep the status quo. Coward!
How dare you speak to your elders this way?
Yet again, everything I'm hearing is just like,
Well,
we've already taken out 4 Benevodons. Why the hell are they so scared?
You know the chief has his reasons, even if they're stupid ones. I get why he doesn't want to risk endangering the villagers. I get it, but... Great. That was our last ray of hope. I don't think anyone will give me a different answer. I'm just fighting against the air current at that point. Well, there's no use waiting around here. Better go back and deliver the news to Val and the others. Now I get to go tell everyone how I couldn't convince a single person to help.
There, Karina.
I'm sorry, everyone. It didn't work.
It's not your fault, Karina.
No, it is. I left Longren on such a sour note before. My own mistrust of people came back to get me. I I didn't place my faith in them, so why should they place any in me? In fact, the original reason I wanted to become an All was to get out of the veil and see the world. My motives weren't pure at all. Maybe that confidence in my affinity to the wind element was really just me overcompensating for how little the villagers believed in me. I don't know.
Karina.
I wasn't the Olm that Longra needed. I wasn't committed enough. But now, after such a long adventure, I can say for sure that I want what's best for the world, and especially for my home in the Vale.
Yay, character growth. Gotta love it.
We could lose everything. All the people we've met, the places we've seen, the memories we've made. I won't let that happen. I'm ashamed of how I wanted the Vale to beg me to save them. I'd never do that again. Not now that I've seen so much of the world. Now it's up to me to prove that I've changed. I'll do whatever it takes to save Longren. I won't let anyone or anything...
Man, I love her character growth. That's such a huge, like, strong improvement there.
And here I went through the trouble of composing you a song to boost your spirits. Guess I was wasting my time.
No one could refute your current resolve, Karina. All you need do is rally and resume your efforts to remove the rock.
Give the villagers a chance to see your hard work. It may take time, but they will come around eventually.
We can't let them all down. We'll be the winds of change that fix things for the Vale.
Thank you all so much. We've got this, Ramco. Don't worry.
This is gonna be interesting.
We may have overestimated our own strength.
No, we got this. Just a little more.
Where there's a will, there's a... Oh, who are we kidding?
Yay, the village came.
Why are you all...
Karina, dear, you really need to work on your persuasion skills. I taught you better than that.
She takes after you, after all.
Don't you start.
Sorry, Karina. I should have been more willing to listen to you. I know you just wanted to help the Vale. And I still yelled at you.
Oh, my back. If only I were a few years younger.
A few? Chief, you better not blow out your back.
Never mind me. Don't you have something you want to say to the people, Karina?
I'm really grateful to you all. Let's get this done.
Ramco is coming in to help. Yay! Go Ramco!
Sorry for the delay. Had to deal with something. You've almost got it, everybody! Push!
Alright, sorry, Mom came back in again shortly. Bear with the black screen, nothing's wrong. The game just lags a bit when I'm streaming it.
Look at this mess. I'll never get the stains out of my garb.
I'll be. We actually managed to work together and move that boulder.
We did it, everyone. Well done. The Elemental of Wind granted us his divine assistance in our hour of need. With Sylphid's help, we prevailed. And, of course, we owe our thanks to Karina, the Soul God, and the rest of the Alls for reminding us of what's really important.
Well, don't thank me just yet. We still need to subdue Besseroth and find Shiryu after all.
So, you are going to the Wind Sanctum after all? Oh, even though that's where you got hurt before?
I'll be fine. I'm not the same person I was back then. Plus, I've got a bunch of dependable friends I can rely on this time. You'll help too, right, Ramco?
So yeah, playing as Karina, because when we were fighting water, I had her with the fire path to use the weakness. Whenever you do a strong attack with Karina, that's when Ramco doesn't add an attack.
Ramco's not afraid to take us into the Sanctum anymore.
Thanks again.
Leave the Benevodon smashing and Shiryu saving to me. Come on, Val, Morley, Palomina, Julie. There's no time to lose.
I definitely feel after all of this, there's no way I cannot take Karina into this dungeon.
Karina! Take care, okay?
Karina's always been a feisty one. I've barely had the chance to wish her well in her adventures.
And yet, she was still able to bring the whole Vale together. She's gotten even stronger on her journey, it seems.
An ancient legend about the Wind Benevodon says that it was filled by moonlight. By moonlight that stayed the winds and stone that tamed the squalls. He was talking about the elemental vessels. Alright, so Earth and Moon. Shiryu once told a tale about a pair of fearsome harpy-like monsters that roamed the Sanctum. I think they were grounded by the powers of the Earth vessel, but only he knows the details. Alright, so I don't have either of those on them. And I can't switch the characters out just yet. Well, actually, let me check paths here. I'll switch you to Earth. Then we need to make sure that you have your elemental burst, because that is one of the things that is a huge help when fighting these Benevodons, and you'll see just how much when we get to them. Okay, good, he does have it. And he has that. Okay, we can't learn anything else for that path. And then we need the moon, they said. Alright, so the moon for you is a fan. For you. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait a minute. What did she have from the moon? Okay, so she has Moon Slice, Moon Rend, and then New Moon. Alright, so let's adjust her her abilities here. Alright, I don't need to do those, okay? Moon is one of the things that'll be good for this. I definitely want New Moon on her along with Moon Rend. Cold Blaze we don't need. Celestial Burst. Let's keep Remedy on her, so that'll be handy. I don't think she has an Earth, no. She doesn't have any earth spells on her right now. And so for Karina, I definitely want to do Strengthen, keep healing light. Cyclone is not going to be good. I'll put Revive a Fire on her for reviving people. Alright, so... yeah, I think Thunder Saber will be good for this. Stone Shield. Stone Saber. Oh, this is wind, so we don't want Stone Shield. My bad. Let's just do protection. And strengthen. So Thunder Saber. Oh wait, you have Moon Saber. Okay. Okay, New Moon. Healing Light's already on you. Celestial Burst. Moon Rend. Alright, into the dungeon we go.
Wind here doesn't feel right. But no wind will feel right until we take care of that Benevodon.
Sure, you probably went this way too, right? You better hurry.
So is anyone ever going to explain who this Shiryu guy is or what?
Oh, right. You weren't around then. I'll explain as we go.
I know I've asked a million times, but I still haven't gotten a straight answer about Shiryu.
Oh, he's a keeper of tales from the Vale. Karina and Shiryu have a bit of a history.
That still doesn't explain much. Why do humans make everything so complicated?
Taking this?
Ah, Tempest Trials. Okay, must be another new one.
Got some syrup.
I just want to explore the rest of this area before I go grabbing that.
Activate! I bet we can harness that strong wind to keep going. Resonant! Brimming with power.
I will make quick work of that.
Appreciate
these guys are actually strong to Thunder Saber. Good to know. I thought that would be wind, although Earth is what we want for this. That's right. After this fight, I'll switch that back off. Oh, the lag.
Let us proceed. Post haste.
Alright, let me see here. I'll do Hallmark. What element are you? Moon.
Yes!
Hey, do you think the people of the Vale understood how grateful I was for their help?
Yeah, I think they got it. They know you care.
Let me see.
I'm gonna grab this chest here. Nice, another couple honey elixirs. Those will be very good.
Taking this? I can handle this alone. Take this!
Alright.
Got a long way to go before
So that fight down. Nothing in that pot. Got a chest over here though.
Let me see. A rare item.
Ooh, a chalice. Those are the things that allow you to equip more abilities on someone and unlock the next level of their elemental paths. Actually, no, I don't want to put that on you. Move damage. Oh wait, that's right. The element at the end of that is
Grizzly!
there's wind blowing near the bottom of this thing.
Well, I trust the wind.
Even if the atmosphere in this place could use some work.
Taking this? Yes! Grizzly!
wow, we just made that jump. Nice, another honey elixir from that. Oop, another item sitting over there.
Help us out!
Alright, now
Let's ride this whirlwind! Jump!
I'll hop in this to make our way over.
Activate!
Well, looks like we got a wind. Oh, a kid dragon over here. Alright.
Our forces made this outcome an obvious one.
Nothing in that pot, but we do have some recovery pots over here. Grab those to heal up.
Let me see. Is this?
Ah, nice. And it looks like we finished the Pricklebeak side quest, so we'll definitely turn that in before continuing after this. Some more money in that one.
Let's ride this whirlwind. Yes.
Alright, is there anything I'm missing coming up? Oh, I think I see Little Cactus's location down here. Yep.
Little cactus?
I don't read those because his lines are the same every time you find him, pretty much. He's only ever really had a slight variation to what he says a couple times. Alright, let's check the rest of this area here.
Grizzly.
Oh, looks like we ran right past him. Oops. Didn't even realize he was there.
Resonant. Let's ride this whirlwind. Time to shine. Let's ride this whirlwind.
Aha.
Grizzly. Taking this.
So at this point, it seems like every Benevodon has been a completely new one, aside from Darkness, compared to Trials. And Trials was the same one with the same name, just a slightly different boss fight. Different mechanics to it and everything.
This should make for a nice one.
Ugh.
Thank you, Manny.
Karina taking over.
Alright. Her weapons look like they do the best damage against these guys. Nope, maybe it was Karina. There we go.
Oh no, this ain't good.
Ah, nice, got another core stone there.
I'll carry on from here.
Did anyone detect a disturbance just now?
No, but I don't feel anything evil in the area either.
Perhaps Sylphid is simply watching over us from afar.
Karina taking over.
You know what? It makes more sense to have Karina lead this. Wait, I put you... Oh no, you're not in anything right now. Alright, let me see what uses your spear then. Water and light.
Oh yeah.
So I actually had a pretty interesting experience the last time I played off stream. Like I'd finish a fight and their weapons wouldn't disappear on their back, so you'd see them be comically running around with their weapons like in their hands, swinging back and forth. All
I've
right.
saved up quite a bit of lucre. Time for some new gear.
Taking this.
All right, got another chest here.
Oh, black star!
Niccolo coins, nice. Okay, it looks like there is... Whoops! Went too far over the side of the bridge there. I'm trying to get to a point where I can see if there's another chest sitting down here somewhere. Because it does look like there is one right around here. Right, nope, we're not going to avoid that.
Bring it to me!
Heal him up a little bit. Alright, that looks like the way we came. So I guess we'll see. I might have to come back and look for some of these chests at a different time because I'm not having the easiest time locating them.
Which way did we come from again? Was it that one?
It's hard to keep track of which routes we used, even for me.
Onward and upward. Gotta reach the top somehow.
Okay, I thought there was a rock ledge down there that still counted as death, it seems. There's something right here, though. Although, of course, this can be referring to a chest or a elementite, even, though. Or it can be referring to these, which is what that probably was.
Hold up! Forward!
Okay, yeah, this looks like Thunder Saber, so that's definitely a weakness of this Benevodon.
Taking this.
Okay, yeah, I was figuring that looked like that was a status effect when it kept lingering after the fight there. Alright, so in case you're wondering why I wait for that flash in those updrafts, early on when you first get access to those, the game tells you that if you wait for the flash before moving, you get the biggest boost from it and you go farther, and usually the path that has all of the grizzly syrup or items requires you to get the farthest you can with that boost. So it's usually better to wait for the flash before doing anything, so you can grab everything along the path without having to redo it.
Time for a break.
Alright, so that was the next save point there, but along the other side was the elemental interaction point that we needed to advance further.
The climb will be all the more difficult if we do not make a detour to the other side.
There must be another.
Of course, it just activates the wind back on this side, why not? Ah, nice. Another wind elementite.
Give me your power.
Oh, here are the two harpies they mentioned.
Are these two twins? They
Ow, damn. Oh geez, what are they doing? Yes. Definitely break that attack up. Stop knocking me down. Alright. There we go, that will do some decent damage to them, although they still have like half their health. Alright. Damn, you can grab me? Ouch. Here we go again with this. I'm just going to break this to prevent this attack from happening. This isn't even a Benevodon, and this is an intense fight. Alright, let's see here. Chocolate. Let's grab these health pots to help keep her health up there. Oops. Alright, this is where I want to go to. Alright, where is that Stone Saber, Nature Orgo, Throwing Knife, Thunder Saber? Oh, nope, that's not weakness, okay. Alright, let's try to figure this out now. Alright, Stone Saber. do this again, although she's not the one with the weakness. Nice, we got one of them down. Oh, I thought we did. Nice, there's one down. Oh, that was the other one down already, okay. Awesome, level 43 now.
Can we avoid family feuds from here on out?
Yeah, those monster siblings were something else. Come on, let's get going.
And we got their core stones, I think. Recharge our class strike gauge there a little bit. Another coin there. Alright, so before we move on, I'm just going to change things around on him a bit, as we don't need... Oh, I need to put something else on you there. So, Thunder Saber we don't need. I'll put Holy Saber on you there. Now we move on to the next section. We've got a chest up here.
Look at this.
Ooh, a revive, nice. So I've seen Val's class strikes with the great sword and the regular sword, and I've seen the scythe and the morning star with Palamine. I haven't seen this one though with her, so considering she's potentially one of the weaknesses for this, we will definitely switch to her and use it at some point in the Benevodon fight. Oh, okay, that's just a bird. And I suppose that might have been where it sent you otherwise, then you would have had to jump up here. Alright, just give me 1 second to do something before we head into that fight there. Okay. That was gonna be quick. That wasn't gonna take me too long. Alright, I actually wouldn't mind having Morley on here with Earth, but because he wasn't in the immediate party, not necessarily a choice, and I definitely wanted to have Karina for this.
Can
Alright.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Those have our MP fully restored now, and our gauge back up all the way, which would be nice.
Huh? Julie, did you say something? Nope, not me. Are you hearing things? Maybe. Sounded like someone called my name. Never mind, it's probably nothing. Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
Nice, another gold clover. Those will be handy down the road. Alright, I'll switch and at least show Palomina's with the with her martial arts boots for the next one. As we've seen Karina's quite a bit during that boss fight there. All paralyzed. We're definitely going to need that in this fight. So actually, let me put that on someone right now. Then I just want to check Palomina's abilities here. Alright, yes, I do have Remedy on her. And Healing Lights. These guys. There we go. It looks like we got a decent more number of the points of interest here. More money, all right. I do see a sparkle up here, so I want to head this way. Which also led us to a chest. Ooh, that looks like a great sword, though. That is not what he uses for that one. Of course, it's on the opposite end of that. he really came after me there.
Here! Leave it to me!
I'm just checking the vicinity for anything.
How are you feeling, Ramco? Once we defeat the Benevodon, this place will go back to normal. I know it.
Another chest here. That looks like one of hers. Yep. So I didn't necessarily need to buy her armor, it looks.
Taking this. Head to your strike. What's the holdup? Forward.
Oh, I thought there was wind right there. I must have jumped past it somehow. Of course, I now just gotta redo this whole climb. That one's kind of tricky the way it's positioned.
I'll do the honor.
Nice, another goddess scale.
Taking this.
I have actually bought on like 2 or 3 of them at one point from them. There we go.
Okay, next.
Well, looks like we didn't have any money in that. Thought I saw something there for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. That looked like that was right on top of us for a second.
I'm flying.
Oh, nice. I didn't even realize that one of them went down. And that's a full revive, so that definitely helps with that.
Hey, your fight's with me, you bully.
Ramco's shown a lot of courage. Now, it's our turn.
All right, time to beat this monster and clear the air. We gotta save Longwood.
Time for Besseroth, the Benevodon of Wind.
Just what I need. Its wings are causing the wind.
I'm just going to use this one because Earth is the weakness, so it's going to do a lot more damage the first time here. Then we'll show Palomina's class strike. switch over. We'll show this one now. Whoops. I didn't realize I switched off of her. Alright, let's see. Oh, did we actually get him there? Wow, nice. That actually went a lot easier than Water's Benevodon did. I'll tell you that. He had some things that were quite troublesome to deal with.
Besserot's defeat is a load off my mind.
It's about time you showed up, Sylphid.
I've been following you the whole time. Someone had to look out for this fella while you were occupied with the Benevodon.
Shiryu, you're okay.
Karina! I can't believe you came all this way to save me. Thank you.
Why did you even go into the Wind Sanctum in the first place? You know it's dangerous in here. What were you thinking?
I was looking for proof that it was the Benevodon behind all the wind, like I'd read in the ancient records. I am a historian, after all. All I needed was to confirm it with my own eyes.
So you knew there was a Benevodon in here? Why would you risk your life like that, Shiryu?
Some people were blaming the Alm of Wind for the Gales, but I knew it wasn't your fault. I just needed to prove it to the rest of them.
Thank you for helping out with this, good sir. But shouldn't you have kept him away from the Benevodon and out of harm's way in the first place?
You aren't wrong, Julie. But everything was a mess once the Benevodon was released. It was hard enough to keep that boulder from doing more damage than just blocking the entrance. It used up all my strength, and I had to take a nap. I can't do everything, you know.
Then it sounds like things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't been here.
I don't know how to thank you, Sylphid. The Veil really owes you one.
Aw, I think nothing of it. After all, the one who brought the people together was Karina. I wanted you, Shiryu, to see how far she's come on this journey.
That's amazing. I always knew she'd be perfect for this job. I'm glad the Veil can see it now, too.
Shiryu?
Karina, Shiryu, you have much to discuss, but might this discourse be deferred until we return to Longren?
You have a lot of catching up to do. We will leave you to it.
Sylphid, I can regale you with stories from our trip. You'd never guess some of the wild things Karina's been up to.
That does sound like fun. Count me in. Now then, let's head back to the Veil, everyone.
So if you haven't watched all of the back highlights, all the way back towards the beginning, what you don't know at this point was that Sylphid originally chose Shiryu to be the Alm, and he kind of chickened out and ran away.
Wind's died down. That's a relief. Not that it'll stay that way for very long.
Ever since you left, the wind's been milder in these parts. It'd always make me think of you when the breeze blew past. It was nice. Comforting even. Karina, I wanted to talk to you about that time with the fairy.
Yeah, here he goes.
You want to kill the mood already?
Honestly, I'm just glad I get to talk to you before you leave again. I hated that things were sour between us when you went on the pilgrimage. But at least we have this.
I mean, I was mad. But it's all right now.
No, it isn't. I should have been there to see you off when you left for Mount Gala. I let you down, even though I'd been hoping you'd be named the Alm for so long.
That's news to me. Wait, really? You wanted me to be the Alm that bad?
Of course. You worked so hard for it. I just couldn't see anyone but you being chosen. So I freaked out when I thought I was getting the job instead.
That's why you ran?
Huh.
Yeah.
Insights into everything that happened
I
then.
dreamed about seeing the world since we were little. Do you know how much I liked that you'd hang on to my every word when I told you the stories I'd been taught? But we both know the Vale is a secluded settlement with strict laws about traveling outside its borders. I knew that's why you wanted to be an Alm.
Yeah, but then I got hurt during my training.
You might have lost your wing, but you never lost your passion. I always loved that about you. I was so proud of your determination.
I know. You never laughed at me for wanting to be the Alm, unlike the others.
Thanks for coming back and giving me a chance to tell you what I always wanted to. And please allow me to see you off properly this time, Karina.
I guess, since you asked so nicely, I can let you do that. Thanks. For always supporting my dreams. Which reminds me, I have a lot that haven't come true yet. Journeying across the world is the best, and there's still so much I haven't seen. Places you told me about, places you never even knew existed. Just think of all the things I can learn and tell you later. Ramco and I, we're itching to roam. We'll search through every nook and cranny of this world of ours. That's my new dream.
It sounds like a beautiful one. I can't wait to hear more about the adventures of Karina, the explorer.
I guess it's time for us to go, Ramco. We still have some unfinished business to attend to before we can begin our expedition.
Safe travels, Karina.
I'll see you later, Shiryu. You can count on it.
Happy ending for the two of them. Reconciliation is nice when it's deserved.
So, Karina, who is Shiryu exactly? He's someone who's always had my back. One of my best friends. Finally, a straight answer. I was hoping you'd have one by now. Yep, it's all settled. Thanks, Julie.
Alright, so I think I actually want to do wood before the moon. But I need to land first before I do that. So, wood and moon don't actually have any weaknesses, so it's not going to really matter what I do. So let's make these guys back to what they were. sure everyone has the path they're on to at least the elemental burst. Is even if it's not a weakness, it'll still be a huge help. Alright, you do, but still not necessarily planning to use you at the moment. Alright, so to get to the location that the Benevodon of Wood is at, we have to go to the Virtus Burrow, which is the home of the sprites, which is what Jule is, and that's where we found him. Then I might do some side stuff after this and then play another game for a bit.
Rumor has it that Florid, the Benevodon of Wood, is awake. Yeah, my friends won't know if something's wrong if they're all asleep.
Head to Virtus. So one thing I might do when we switch games is TCG Card Shop, but for any of you that are still there, because I know Olam and I think Adenola is still there as well.
A Benevodon, perhaps?
I will take a second and get the Twitch integration so you guys can be a little more interactive with the game as opposed to just watching.
The Benevodon of Wood, it attacked, ate everyone. I can feel their fears soaked into the soil.
Does that mean the Sproutlings are...
No, I think they're okay. We're interconnected, so I know. But we have to look around for clues as to where the Benevodon went.
Gotta search the burrow and see if there are any clues about that Benevodon.
There's like stone statues of rabbis, which is interesting. Oh yeah, and as always in these new situations, each party member has something to say. I can still hear their voices faintly, but oh, I hope I'm not imagining it. The burrow is quiet, too quiet. Be on your guard.
Huh?
Ian, do you really think something came and gobbled up the Sproutlings?
Yes.
Has Dryad managed to muddle on? We should search the surrounding sectors for signs of life.
Welcome. All these goods are the cream of the crop. Take a look at meal for your purchase.
Okay.
Come back again sometime. Welcome. Peruse at your leisure.
That's the lance, which I don't like using, so we're not grabbing that. Well, both of those fans have more attack. This one's better, though.
I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you.
Yeah, we got those.
I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you. I seem happy doing business with you.
Alright.
Come back anytime.
And sadly, as it seems like you need to have a weapon on hand to use its appearance, I can't necessarily sell weapons to make back that money.
You can't go wrong with these goods. You won't find where to start your business. You won't find where to start your business. You won't find where to start your business.
Alright. let's get 2 more of those. We definitely need more of these. Okay. Like, so we're still in this game. I'll get that mod going for you guys so we don't have to wait too long for it. And all I really have to do when I start up the game is get it set up inside. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. I just told you that's not the way I wanted to download it. I already have that installed. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. Oh, right, I did have one. I just don't remember exactly what it is. Darn it. Alright, well, guess I'll have to do it a little later. Sorry, this is being very annoying and not letting me get in easily. There's only a few things the password could be. Oh, okay, up this tree is where we need to go. Got it.
Take this.
Oh, Dryad.
Oh my, you're all here. That is good to see. If I had more power, the Sproutlings wouldn't be
Well, that's good then.
Where did Flora take them?
You can't mean... Oh no, you mustn't go after them.
That's why we came back. To show some benevolence who's boss. And of course I promised Dakota. I can't let Flora make off with my friends and eat their buds at its leisure.
You're here to protect the burrow? You came all the way back for us?
To be honest, not just for you. We're here to save the whole world from getting yanked around by those benevolent bullies.
Julie, you have grown so much.
Really? It's hard to tell. I don't feel any taller. Whatever. Can you tell us where to look?
Would that I could, but I have no idea where Floret was headed. I am so sorry. But perhaps you could ask Trent. He keeps an eye on everything, including the skies.
Good idea. Okay, everyone. New plan. We're going to the sanctuary entrance to talk to Trent.
Trent
Alrighty
will
then.
definitely be by the entrance to the sanctuary. Here's hoping he has some information on Florence.
Just want to check. Oh, okay, I still have a decent bit of money. It's good to know. This is remote. Let's just fast travel there.
Trent's been a big help to our group, huh?
One day we will find a way to show our appreciation well.
I wanted to stop and wait a second in case there was going to be much more talking there. So again, this game has the habit of cutting things off and then never showing them again.
Trent, you awake?
Oh, Julie. Holmes. I'm afraid you found me under the weather. I was resting my eyes.
Uh-oh. Are you sick?
Do not worry so, little sprout. It is merely a reaction to Telephos' curse gaining ground in these parts.
That's not as comforting as you might think, my friend.
Tis a simple blight. Such illness is past with time and repose.
Trent! Trent? Hello? We can't have Trent falling asleep indefinitely. The sanctuary would be down a goddess and an overseer.
Trent brought up a blight, I believe. Might we make for Legrazzo to mention this to Master Aish? I happen to have asked Aish about horticulture on a past visit to the archives. He may have a hunch that we could follow to its conclusion.
Oh, thanks, Palomina. Ace's weird obsession with research might be good for something for a change. Be right back, Trent. Gotta make a pit stop at Legrazzo.
A tree blight, huh? I sure hope our friend in Legrazzo can help.
It pains me to admit it, but we can always count on Aish to have ideas.
Yeah. Hang in there, Trent.